My name is Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here, back at you with my review for the mid-season finale of The Flash. And this is the 9th episode, and the episode is titled The Man in the Yellow Suit. And as the title says, in this episode we see the man in the yellow suit return after the last episode we saw him for a glimpse bit, back when he just took all the evidence against on Nora Allen. So eventually we see him going into some type of lab, trying to get something that will amplify his speed, making him that much more fast. Barry and the police at Central City eventually were able to figure out, he was able to figure out that it was someone that could run at incredibly fast speeds, and with a little bit of asking some questions to the scientist that was there. It was a man in a yellow suit, a blur. So now Barry knows that the man in the yellow suit is back in Central City, and even Joe admits to him, and he says he couldn't have told him, otherwise he would have hurt Iris. So Barry kind of contemplating it, because he's been waiting for this moment for 14 years. 14 years living with this. But eventually he made his appearance he made himself known to Barry and tried to, I guess, to see if Barry could catch him. But he was way too fast. He was more experienced. He had way more control over his powers than Barry did. Wasn't able to win. But eventually, when Barry tells the people, Joe and the people at Star Labs about it, they tried to think of a force field to trap him in, and using that item he was trying to go after as a little bit of bait. So eventually they were able to make the trap. They didn't want Barry there because he was too close to it, too emotionally involved with it. But yeah, but it did succeed. But eventually eventually somehow he sucked Harrison Wells, doing something with his powers. Sucked Harrison Wells, beating the crap out of him. But Cisco wouldn't let him go, so Joe destroyed the machine and he was able to get out. But he was able to take out the cops except for him and Eddie. But before he could take them out, Flash comes in to save the day, in which, it's sort of going one-on-one for a little bit, and then Reverse Flash is just beating him up. But if it wasn't for Firestorm, they'd probably all be dead by now. Which, in this episode, Caitlin sees Ronnie. Yeah, he keeps on telling her not to look for him. He is not Ronnie. He calls himself Firestorm. Yeah. And also in the episode, we do see Barry admitting his feelings to Iris. Yeah. But I think, she kind of cried about it, so maybe deep down she felt the same way about Barry. But it's kind of too late for that. And it's kind of, and it's kind of messed up to break up with someone just to be with someone else. That's why I always think it's messed. That's one thing I kind of think is messed up at times. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the episode. I have to say, for the first mid-season finale, I have to say, it was pretty awesome. I mean, seeing the Reverse Flash for our first full appearance of him. Because before we just saw a little glimpse of him. Back in the premiere and that episode where he took all the evidence. It was nice to see him. I know he was blurred up, but I have to say, and I've been one of the people that saw those official pictures at our first look at Reverse Flash. I have to say, I love their design for the Reverse Flash suit. Reason being, I mean, it probably wouldn't look good if it was completely yellow, like it always is, because he's yellow. His main color is yellow, and he has red in there. So I think this was actually a good thing. I actually think this was a good idea for the costume. I have to say, it gets me excited until we finally see the Reverse Flash and see who else is going to come back, because we know that in a past episode, I think episode 4, if I'm correct, Captain Cold did recruit one of his old buddies. So maybe we'll see another episode with the Rogue, with him and one of Flash's other rogues. But yeah, we have to wait until January 20th. Which, I mean, I say it's not that bad. Not as bad as Walking Dead. Which, yeah, you gotta wait until February. And you gotta wait a little bit when it gets close to find out what date specifically is it gonna be. But these next few things are spoiler related, so if you have not watched the episode, or if you have not watched the episode, I would not suggest you to see this part, but I will put a finger up when I'm done with the spoilers. But yeah, in this final spoiler alert, in this final scene, we see Harrison Wells put on the Flash ring, so it's like, oh my god, he is the Flash from the future. Nope. The Reverse Flash. And the reason why I assume that is because in the comics, the Flash's costume is inside of a ring as of his symbol. But yeah, so I mean, Grant Gustin said something about it would be a surprise to people. This wasn't a surprise. This was like this was probably like the first suggestion, considering that Wells is from the future himself. He knows the future. I mean, I'm not mad, but why would you say it's going to surprise people when they find out? To be honest. And the reason why Eddie probably wasn't killed is because he's related to Reverse Flash, because Harrison Wells probably isn't his real name. They're probably going to go with the name Dr. Zoom eventually. Because, Eddie Thong is a incarnation of Reverse Flash. Maybe not this Eddie, but a Eddie. But yeah, have to say, really liked it. And, I hope before this season's done, Ronnie comes back, which, if you're not familiar with the comics, Ronnie Raymond is one half of the hero known as Firestorm, which is actually 2 people. That's why he says it's not Ronnie, because it's like they're both combined, and they create Firestorm, which he has some freaking awesome powers. I hope we do see a cool looking costume for Firestorm. I mean, if not for this season, hey, for next season. But that's pretty much it on my thoughts on the episode. Let me know down below. And let me know what you would like to see before this season is up. And plus, more and more shows are going on the mid-season break, which makes it so that I have like nothing. I mean, by next Sunday, I will only have Constantine to watch for the week. So yeah, that sucks. But also, there was a a person from the original Flash series that made an appearance in the show. That doctor, not the doctor in the beginning of the episode, the Dr. McKee. She's from the original Flash TV series. And also there is someone else that's returning as a character, reprising his character in the Flash from the original series. The legendary Mark Hamill! Which I was excited for it. Because I love Mark Hamill. No matter if it's Luke Skywalker, Joker, or any of his voicing roles. Love him. Next to Kevin Conroy, he's like my favorite voice actor of all time. Right next to Kevin Conroy. And then in third place, there's Steve Blue. Those are my 3 favorite voice actors. But that's it for my thoughts. Just answer those questions. And as always, my name is Jimmy. And until next time, bye.